All right, welcome everyone. If you haven't been here before, my name is Seven. This will be posted in the Patreon, which will be linked below. But this will also be posted on YouTube, just to give some people some proof of concept and stuff like that. This is for the 5 minute entry group. We also have a 15-minute entry group, but that group is currently filled at the moment. I don't really do a whole lot of people. I'm more so one-on-one based type of person. I want to answer questions. And I want to do, if people want to talk, I want people to have access to me. But this is the 5 minute entry model for NQ. And for this, I am a MACD or MA crossover trader. And I do have three other confirmations that go along with this. I don't have them up because I don't share my strategy. I wouldn't share my strategy personally, but I do have other confluences that I look for when it comes to taking these. So we come in here at 9, and let me actually break this down, and then I'll go through how I go about day to day searching for things. So this crossover came it aligned with my other indicators that I use. For me, in terms of stops, I use about 1.3 ATR. I do in the Discord, like I've said before, you can go up to 2. It's up to you to decide. Me, I'm a little bit more risque, so I use about 1.3. This was definitely within margin. And then as you can see, I like this top right here. I like having the fractals up, and the fractals is a free indicator, I guess you could call it, that MT4 provides you, and it just helps me see where the support and resistance locations are. So I'm seeing it bang. It's like that's 4 hits off the top. Like that's even more confirmation for this move. And it's right before the opening bell, which is the perfect time that I think is to trade. The 5 minute is right at that 9 a.m. spot. So as soon as this candle closed at 9 a.m., I entered, and it did consolidate a little bit up until 9:25. Once 9:25 closed, that opening bell hit, boom. And that's a perfect setup for me, and that's how I like to trade. We're still a little bit in consolidation here. We got the entry. The best time to take it is when it's in consolidation. You could be patient and wait a little bit, but like I said, I'm a little bit more risque. I'll sit in that consolidation and take it because I believe for my system, it's a higher probability of me getting more out of that trade. And you could wait for it to break this fractal also in line with this confirmation. So I could have took it here. It would have been essentially the same thing, but I would have missed out on about a cool 1,000. So it's not something that I would do personally. But this is about it. This was the trade recap for me. I did not catch the whole thing down, unfortunately, but we did get stopped out right around this area. And I did go ahead and put this trade on with a few of my Apex challenge accounts. It was a one trade pass, so I'm very happy about that. And, and for those that do use these signals and take it to prop firms and you're in the challenge phase, you guys got to start. This is just a little bit of advice. I think a lot of people struggle with the challenge phase because they're not really going as aggressive as they should. And the way I look at it is I give myself 2 trades, equal amount. So for these accounts, it was $1,500 accounts, right? So I'm risking 750 to make 1,500. And I won this time. But if I did lose, and that would have been on a 1 to 2, right? Risking 750 to get 15. The next trade is what I would have did the same 750 again, but this time I would have did a 1 to 3 with some trailing involved. And this is super beneficial when it comes to how you're maximizing your situation. See, the way I look at it is you try to pull up a notepad or something. Yes, I'm using Windows 10. This is not the most fanciest computer. You don't need one to trade. So this is how I look at it, right? So I look at it in terms of a game of chance. So let's say dice. You have 2 dice rolls, right? And let's say a challenge account is $20. If you pass $20 right now because it is the 90% off sale, right? It's really like 18, but we're rounding up. And let's say after you pass the challenge, it's another $80 for to get the account active. So in total, it's $100. For these two dice rolls, you're only going in at $20. So you have $20, boom, two rolls to get a 1500 drawdown account. I don't look at it as 25K or anything like that. I look at it in terms of drawdown because that's actually what you're using. So you have 1500 drawdown, right? Oops, it's another, my signals come up like that. So you have your first row. What you're gonna do is go 750 and then do, you're risking one to make two. If you win, great, child passed. If you lose that trade, you go over the second row, which would be 750 again, right? But for me personally, this time I'd be risking one to make three. Personally, for my system, it's really built for a 1 to 3 type of model. So it hit that 1 to 3, right? So if this was, I lost the first trade on those accounts, I would have definitely been in that 1 to 3, even if I don't have the ATR right now. But let's say the ATR was 2K, right? So I would have to get to 6K. So I would have reached right here, boom, you would have got it. And that's how I do it. This is just a little bit of advice. You could listen or don't. I'm just passing and then child passed. So you have two roles in both opportunities. You have the opportunity to pass regardless of win or lose. So I want to put with the trailing because this is what I would do. I would trail probably around the 2 ATR mark. I would bring it up to 1. So even if it does pull back on me, I'm back at square one. And I'll just do it again. Now I have two more trades again to really run off, right? So we go ahead and we look at it, right? So now all you did, so you passed it. So essentially you risked $100 for those two rolls for a past account. And now with those two rolls, now you have 1500. I don't know why you got, this is the way I've always thought about it. If someone says, man, I'm gonna give you $100, say it's a 10-sided dice, right? Just to make it even. So the percentages are easy to work with. You have a 10-sided dice. What's your winning percentage? My winning percentage, I would say it's in the high 80s. So let's say 80. So let's say, right, you have a 10-sided dice. Let's say you have to hit either a 3 or up to pass. And this is, let's say 85 for a 1 to 2, 80 for a 1 to 3. So you have 1 to 2, you would be up 85%. It's about 85%. So you would need a 3 or up to win, right? And it costs $100. If someone was to give you that opportunity in real life, and you see this all the time when people go into the casinos, even with the online little stuff, every influencer is marketing, right? If they were to tell you, hey man, if you just give me $100 and you get two rolls, and all you have to do is hit a three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to win on this 10-sided dice, would you take the opportunity? But instead of a lot of you are, oh, let me risk $50 per trade. Let me risk $100 per trade. It's just weird to me. You know what I'm saying? This account didn't cost you much. It's $100. If on average, I think people are making between 600, maybe 500 to 800 after taxes a week. Ideally, it's something that you guys should be able to do on a weekly basis. If you purchase an account per week and you focus on, all right, you'll have an account by the end of that month. Let's be real. If your system is really what it's supposed to be, but is your system there? But that's what I'm saying. So ultimately, I just wanted to tell you guys to just go ahead and take more risks. Go ahead and really put your foot on the gas when it comes to these prop firm accounts because it is possible. I have passed tons of counts. You know what I'm saying? It's even through the past fades, I'm still going through and putting in the work. I'm not someone that's looking to scale an account up to $1 million. That's not my style. I'm here to get my return on that 100 I put in. I at minimum want to get 1,100 out, so I have $1,000 in profit from that account. So in the way you got to look at it is, okay, cool. You pass the account. I'm at $2,000. I'm withdrawing 1,000. That's just my perspective. I'm withdrawing 1,000. Cool. And now after I withdraw that 1,000, I'm going super heavy. Now we're going back to 2 rolls per, you know what I'm saying? Like the 2 rolls is only for the challenge until you get your return that you want. After you get the return, and then once you pass, you slow it down. You may go to 4 or 5 rolls before you lose an account, or you might have 4 or 5 trades before you lose an account. So 1,500 for the people that are visual. You would be going for 300 if you were to be doing 3 trades, 500. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about how you would do it and how much you would be risking per trade. Some people are even going as low as 10 trades, you know what I'm saying? So they're going on a 150 trade. I don't think any system, if you're trading a firm, I think maybe for your personal account, go ahead and do that because you want to protect your funds. But we're playing with other people's money. This is why you're not attached to it. This is essentially like a prop firm is essentially, I don't want to say free money, but if you play the game right, it's literally like a no interest loan. I don't want to say loan because you're not really paying anything back. I pay my 100, I get my $1,500 account. You know what I'm saying? It's, to me, it's free money. And if you lose, yeah, I'm at $100. Cool. Let me go back again. Let me get another $1,500 account and go back in. But how I do it, like I said, is once I withdraw around $1,000 in profit from my initial investment of $100, I'm not, I'm going heavy. My next trade, it's either I win and I get a ton of money, or I bomb out. And then we do the process again. Passing a challenge takes 1 trade for me, 2 at most. So it's not something that I'm thinking like, oh, it's gonna take a while to pass the account again. No, it's literally 1 trade. Time is on your side. Use time to your benefit. Stop listening to these people. To pass a prop firm, you gotta be risking 1% of your drawdown limit. Stop listening to these people, man. If you got a goal, the best way I feel like personally my style is you gotta, that's what Tony Robbins say, massive action. Grant Cardone says basically the same thing. Action, take that action, and through those massive actions you gonna learn, you gonna get through it. That's what I do. I take massive action. That's what I'm saying. You play it safe until you get the return you want. Then we're not playing it safe no more. We're going in. Let's go. Let's do it, and go ahead and have fun. But hey, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm out. 7.